Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything?
Hi my friends, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here joining me today for one of my official first Decorate With Me Christmas videos. Now, I am so loving today's video, not because of particularly what I am doing, but because it is a huge group collaboration of some of my amazing YouTube friends. I will have that playlist linked down below, and you are sure to get all of the holiday inspiration. So definitely check that out as soon as you are done watching my video. So in today's video, as I mentioned, I am doing 3 DIYs. Now, one of them you will see me decorate to the end, and it is this Christmas village. I found these houses at the Dollar Tree, and I am just sprucing them up a little bit. And the other 2 videos, you will definitely see them, or excuse me, the other 2 DIYs, you will see those in a video this coming Friday. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. And if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad that you are here today. My name is Spring with Spring Soulful Home, and I make content such as DIY, homemaking, cook and clean, and I love to decorate my home. So if this is what you enjoy seeing, definitely hit that red subscribe button down below and be sure that your bell notifications are turned on. Since we are here in the holiday season, you won't want to miss any of the content that I will be putting out. It will definitely be full of cleaning, homemaking inspiration, decor inspiration. If you are still looking for some ideas to decorate your home, as I mentioned, definitely stay tuned. My next video will be out on Friday, so I'm so glad you're here today. We are going to get started on this video. So what I'm showing you here are some little houses. Now, the ones that were already white, I had painted those last year, and I did buy these ceramic little village homes from the Dollar Tree. The other 2 that I started off painting in the beginning of the video, I recently went and bought those from the Dollar Tree. They were plastic, so what I did is I got some white paint that I had here at home, and I added in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Yes, I said baking soda. There is someone that I follow on Instagram, and I cannot find her handle, but she adds in baking soda to her paint, and what it does, it kind of gives your paint kind of like a chalky, almost like a ceramic look to whatever you're painting. That's why I chose to go with that instead of just using spray paint, which I already had, because those 2 houses were plastic and I wanted them to have the look of ceramic houses like the other ones that I have. So I did that, and then once they were all dried, I added on some glitter glue to where the snow little imprints on the house were, so it looks a little like crystally snow. Then while those were drying, I also had some leftover paint, and what I did, as you can see here, I'm just brushing them lightly on the tips of the pine cones so they look like they're snowed on. Later on, I will also flock some more pine cones. I wanted to use them on one of my entryway tables, so I'm also doing that with the leftover paint, and I can hardly wait to decorate these on my entryway table. And then the next thing I'm moving on to is our stockings. I wanted them red with some white fur, and I also wanted to add on some bells, and I had been looking around at stockings that were similar to this, and I just honestly wasn't willing to pay anywhere from $8 up to $15 for a stocking that looked like this. So at Hobby Lobby, they have these rolls of the faux fur, and being that everything was 50% off, I paid $5 for this roll. That was the already 50% off clearance price. Then I bought these bells. They were also $5 after the Christmas clearance. So I'm not wrapping the whole stocking in the faux fur. I am just wrapping it kind of like to cover the front part of it. So I measured those out. I am also using a large sewing needle, kind of almost like a quilting needle, to sew on the bells. And then once I sew on the faux fur around this, I just wanted my stockings to have some oomph, because if you saw my first Christmas shop and haul with me, you will see that I bought a Santa picture from Hobby Lobby, and I just wanted my stockings to look like, maybe to resemble like just something with a lot of oomph, like maybe that looks so magical and Santa-like. So that's why I decided to go with these stockings. Now I will have these all hung up on Friday when I put out my other Christmas decorate with me, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you don't have your bell notifications turned on, or even if you're not subscribed to my channel already, you'll definitely want to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I upload that video, which will come out this Friday. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm super excited about it. But anyway, I am just showing you up close how I sew these bells on. Now, I am showing you what I do just to kind of end my stitch. I sew a stitch 3 times on each one. The last one I leave a loop, and then I just sew through it 3 times. On the 3rd time, that's when I tighten it to ensure that it is sewed on there and it's not going to go anywhere unless I cut the thread off myself. But it is a close-up shot just so you can see how I sew on these bells. So I definitely hope that this inspires you, to sew them. Also, for the faux fur, you don't necessarily have to sew them. That's just what I opted to do. You can, I'm sure a hot glue gun would definitely work fine to sew on the faux fur on the top of the stocking. I think that would work perfectly as well. But again, I'm just pretty much using the same technique. I am making sure that I'm only sewing through the top part of the stocking. Otherwise, you may sew your stocking closed if you're not sewing in only the top white part of the stocking, and then you can't fill it with goodies and little gifts for your family and your children. Alright, so I'm totally loving the way the stocking came out. I absolutely loved it. The bells are a little bit off center, but that's okay. Alright, so now moving on to what I'm using to build my Christmas village. The garland I bought from Target, and then my cupcake stand and the glass container, I'm using that to give the little house's height. All the white houses were bought from Dollar Tree. The little wooden fabric ones were bought from Walmart, and the red and white houses were bought from Target as well. And then, as you can see there, I am using one of my little shelves that I had previously used in my pantry. I'm so glad I didn't throw that out because it was perfect to use for my Christmas village to give these small little houses some height. So of course I am just wiping down my surface first in my glass, and I am so happy that I was able to find some Miss Meyer's Iowa Pine all-purpose cleaner at Target. I love that scent. Of the just like a pine tree. One of my favorite candle scents from Bath and Body is the balsam, and so cleaning with this just smelled so good. I sprayed extra because I just loved the scent. But anyway, moving on, I ended up having to use about 5 command hooks to hang this garland. It was quite trying. Thank goodness for editing, because I think I probably spent about 15 to 20 minutes trying to get this wreath to fit just right on the mirror, but totally worth it. I love the way it came out. I was actually thinking of maybe, I don't know, we'll see, of possibly getting some little twinkle lights to put around it, but I may not, because I ended up deciding at the end to add in a Christmas tree that has lights on it, so you'll definitely want to watch till the end to see how awesome this came out. I am so happy with the outcome of it. I wanted to incorporate a DIY. I hadn't done a DIY in quite some time, and honestly I missed it. So as you can see here, I am just trying to put the garland around so it's kind of concealing the command hooks on there. And of course all of the flocking on the garland left a mess, then all the papers from the command hooks. So I'm just cleaning that up, and here is the shelf that I used in my pantry, my little cupcake stand, and then a little glass container. And then when I was looking at the roll of the snow blanket, I saw it was very thin. So I knew I had some older snow blankets in a box. This one had some wax melt that fell on top of it, so I thought I would just put that on the bottom. So the new one that I bought from Hobby Lobby, 50% off again for the Christmas sale. But I put those underneath just to give what I have underneath some stability, and also so the new snow blanket that I bought wasn't so transparent. So took a little bit to get that how I wanted it, but I think it looks great. Kind of looks like a snow village on top of a mountain. But yeah, I really love the way the end result came out. And then I just kind of, as you can see here, adding in the little houses. Now I will say the paint that I added onto the plastic house, it kind of left it kind of like a little bit crackly. So I don't know if it's just because I painted on top of a plastic house. I don't know, but either way, it looks all right. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I was bummed that I didn't find any ceramic houses at the Dollar Tree, but as I mentioned, the end result came out fine. And I love the way the glitter glue looks on top of the houses. I think it just looks kind of like magical, glistening in the light. So I really enjoyed that. And then I'm just adding in these bottle brush trees that I found at the Dollar Tree. There were 2 in a package for $1, and the quality is very nice. I thought they looked really nice for $1, so I grabbed 2 packages of those. And then I'm adding in my fabric trees that I found at Walmart. And then back here, I know you maybe you might be able to see me moving in the background, but I decided to add in this Christmas tree that I had put up in my family room. So of course I had to get to the outlet that was in the middle of my buffet table, and then I was just plugging that in. I just thought that looked really nice, and then I'm using some duct tape and I am just putting it on the back of the wood part of the mirror. I need to refinish that. When it was given to me, it was that gold color, so I do want to sand that, but that's for another day. So I am just taping the snow blanket to the back of it, and I really love the way this came out. Just looks so magical and so Christmassy, and definitely brings me so much joy. So I really do hope that this inspired you to create a Christmas village in whatever style you prefer. For me, I really like this style. It's definitely going with the candy theme that I have going on this year. So if you have not seen my Christmas shop and haul video with me, I will link that down below or up here in the card so you can watch as soon as you're done watching this video, and you can see that I'm going with a nostalgic candy cane theme this year, and I am so excited to share that with you, and I hope it brings you all the inspiration. I thank you so much for joining me today, my friends. Your support really, really means so much, so thank you so much. You can also find me on Instagram at Spring Soulful Home, and you have a wonderful Monday, and I hope that you decorate your home so it brings you and your family all the joy with this year. We'll see you again on Friday, my friends. Bye-bye now.